Welcome again friends in this new video. In the last video we had seen the features of the poem. Please listen. For example, this poem is a soliloquy and it is an example of the free verse by unknown poet. Whole poem is a plea and plea is a noun form of the adverb please. Okay. We had also seen the first 5 stanzas of the poem. In these stanzas of the poem, the speaker tells the readers his expectations from his or her parents. He or she does not want advice from his parents, but he or she wants only to listen to his thoughts and support from his or her parents. Okay. Now we are going to see the next stanza of the poem. I will read this stanza for you. And I can do for myself. I am not helpless, may be discouraged and faltering, but not helpless. When you do something for me that I can and need to do for myself, you contribute to my fear and inadequacy. Okay, let me explain. And I can do for myself. I am not helpless, may be discouraged and faltering, but not helpless. Here the word discouraged means lack of courage, म्हणजेच निराश होणे. faltering means stumbling, म्हणजेच अडखळणे किंवा गडबडणे. and helpless means powerless, असहाय्य. In this stanza, the child reminds the parents that he can do his things by himself. Maybe he or she is initially means सुरुवातीला. Maybe he or she is initially discouraged or hesitating, but he is confident that he or she is not helpless. म्हणजेच तो आपल्या आईवडिलांना काय म्हणतोय ते पहा. सल्ला देणे घेणे खूप सोपं असतं, पण त्याच्या म्हणण्याप्रमाणे त्याच्यासमोर काही समस्या आल्या असतील तर तो स्वतः समस्या सोडवू शकतो. सुरुवातीला कदाचित येणाऱ्या समस्यांना तोंड देताना, त्या समस्या सोडवताना भले तो थोडासा निराश किंवा साशंक झालेला असेल, पण असहाय्य मात्र नक्कीच नाही, कारण तो स्वतःच त्याच्या समस्या सोडवू शकतो याबद्दल त्याला स्वतःला खात्री आहे. म्हणूनच तो म्हणतो, परहॅप्स ॲट टाइम्स he become a bit unsteady in solving his problems or getting discouraged. Still he can solve his problems himself, and according to him he is not helpless. Next, when you do something for me that I can and need to do for myself, you contribute to my fear and inadequacy. Here the word contribute to fear means भीती वाढवणे. inadequacy means insufficient, means कमतरता असणे किंवा उणीव असणे. In this stanza, the narrator explains why he does not want any help from the parents in solving his own problems. According to him or her, when his or her parents do something for him which he or she is able to do himself or herself, and in any way he needs to do that for himself, and according to the speaker of the poem, his or her parents are going to contribute to increase his fears and inadequacy. थोडक्यात या कडव्यामध्ये स्पीकर आपल्याला काय सांगतो ते पहा, किंवा आपल्या आईवडिलांना काय म्हणतोय तो बघा. ज्या गोष्टी तो स्वतःसाठी करू शकतो, स्वतःसाठी चांगलं काहीतरी करू शकतो नव्हे, तर ज्या गोष्टी त्याने स्वतःसाठी केल्याच पाहिजे अशा गोष्टीसुद्धा स्पीकरचे आईवडील त्याच्यासाठी आयत्या करून ठेवतात. आणि हेच त्याला आवडत नाही, कारण असं करून त्याचे पालक त्याची भीतीच वाढवतात व त्यामुळे त्याची अकार्यक्षमता वाढीस लागते आणि त्याच्यामध्ये हे त्याच्या भविष्यासाठी चांगलं नाही. इन शॉर्ट वी कॅन से when narrator's parents do something for him or her which he or she can do, or rather he must do himself, really they are not helping him or her at all. Instead, just add more to his existing fear and the lack of confidence. म्हणजेच आपल्याला ज्या गोष्टी करता येऊ शकतात त्या स्वतःच केल्या पाहिजेत, त्यामध्ये दुसऱ्याची मदत घेता कामा नये किंवा त्यासाठी दुसऱ्यांवर अवलंबून राहू नये, कारण त्यामुळे आपला आत्मविश्वास कमी होऊ शकतो व आपण कार्यक्षम राहू शकत नाही, आपली अकार्यक्षमता वाढते. थोडक्यात आपण नेहमीच आत्मनिर्भर असलं पाहिजे, हे या कडव्यातून आपल्याला शिकायचं आहे. ओके, नेक्स्ट स्टांजा. But when you accept as a simple fact that I feel what I feel, no matter how irrational, then I can stop trying to convince you and get about this business of understanding what is behind this irrational feeling. And when that is clear, the answers are obvious and I don't need advice. Irrational feelings make sense when we understand what's behind them. Okay, let me explain it. But when you accept as a simple fact that I feel what I feel, no matter how irrational. Here the word irrational means illogical, without any reason or base, means तर्कविसंगत किंवा विवेक संयम याचा अभाव असणे. But when you accept as a simple fact that I feel what I feel, no matter how irrational, then I can stop trying to convince you and get about this business of understanding what's behind this irrational feeling. In this stanza, the narrator wants his parents should accept his feelings, however they are irrational, or understand him or his irrational feelings. Then he can stop to convince his parents and he would try to understand what is behind his irrational feelings, or what are drawbacks there. ओके, स्पीकरच्या म्हणण्याप्रमाणे त्याला जे वाटते ते कितीही अविवेकी गैर वाटले तरी त्या स्वतःच्या भावना आहेत. आणि पुढे जाऊन तो आपल्या पालकांना म्हणतो आहे त्याच्या स्वतःच्या भावना कितीही गैर असल्या व अविवेकी असल्या तरीसुद्धा त्या स्वीकारा. म्हणजे त्याच्या स्वतःच्या आईवडिलांना त्याच्या भावना पटवून देण्यात त्याला त्याची शक्ती खर्च करावी लागणार नाही व त्याच्या म्हणण्यानुसार त्या न समजून येणाऱ्या भावनांमागील कारणे शोधण्याकडे व त्यावर विचार करण्याकडे तो त्याची शक्ती खर्च करू शकतो आणि त्याकडे लक्ष देऊ शकतो. So the poet says, and when? That is clear. The answers are obvious. And I don't need advice because irrational feelings make sense when we understand what is behind them. Let me explain. According to the speaker, after figuring out the problem, the speaker would get the answers or solutions by himself, and he doesn't need advice or help. He tells his parents that his or her irrational feelings seem strange till it creates सेन्स. थोडक्यात स्पीकरच्या मते जेव्हा तो किंवा ती प्रॉब्लेम समजून घेईल तेव्हा त्याला किंवा तिला प्रॉब्लेमवरील उत्तरे सापडतील आणि मग स्पीकरला सल्ल्यांची गरज पडणार नाही. आणि त्याच्या मते स्वतःच्या अविवेकी भावनांमागील कारणे शोधली तर त्या आपल्याला समजून घेता येतात व त्यांचा अर्थ आपल्याला आपोआप सापडतो. ह्याच्यासाठी मला एक शास्त्रज्ञाचं उदाहरण द्यावंसं वाटते, म्हणजे शास्त्रज्ञांचं. बघा, ज्यावेळी एखादा वैज्ञानिक असेल, शास्त्रज्ञ असेल, तो शोध लावतो किंवा त्याचे विचार जगासमोर व्यक्त करतो, त्यावेळी त्याचे अतर्क्य अजब विचार ऐकून सर्व जग त्यांना वेड्यात काढतं, नावं ठेवतं. पण त्यांनी लावलेला एखादा शोध असेल किंवा त्यांचे विचार जर सिद्ध झाले तर त्यावेळी त्यांचे हे अतर्क्य अजब विचार जगन्मान्य होतात, म्हणजे सगळे जग ते स्वीकारतात व वैज्ञानिकांचे सर्वत्र कौतुक होते, असं मला या ठिकाणी उदाहरण द्यावंसं वाटतं. ठीक आहे. नेक्स्ट I will read this last stanza for you and then explain it. Okay. Perhaps that's why prayer works sometimes for some people, because God is mute and He does not give advice or try to fix things. God just listens and lets you work. And lets you work it out for yourself. So please listen and just hear me. And if you want to talk, wait a minute for your turn and I will listen to you. Okay. Let me explain this stanza. This stanza is very beautiful. Perhaps that is why prayer works sometimes for some people, because God is mute and He doesn't give advice or try to fix things. God just listens and lets you work it out for yourself. Okay, the narrator says that is why maybe the prayers work, because God remains silent and does not give advice or try to help to solve the problem of his devotee. Devotee means bhakta. Rather, God listens to his devotee and allows him to try out on his own. आणि म्हणूनच नरेटर या कडव्यामध्ये म्हणतोय, कदाचित देवाकडे केलेली प्रार्थना काही वेळा अधिक प्रभावी ठरते, कारण देव मूक असतो, म्हणजेच देव बोलत नाही. तो कोणतेही सल्ले देत नाही किंवा समस्यांची उकल किंवा समस्या सोडवण्याचा प्रयत्न करत नाही. तो फक्त भक्तांचे, लोकांचे गाराणे शांतपणे ऐकून घेतो आणि प्रत्येकाला आपला मार्ग, आपला उपाय स्वतः शोधून देतो. म्हणजे मदत न करता कुठल्याही प्रकारची प्रत्येकाने आपला उपाय, समस्येवरचा उपाय स्वतःच शोधावा असं त्याला वाटत असतं. खरंच या कडव्यामध्ये आपलं म्हणणं पटवून देण्यासाठी देवाचं अतिशय सुंदर आणि समर्पक योग्य असं उदाहरण या ठिकाणी आपल्याला दिलेलं दिसून येतं. इन शॉर्ट, द गॉड जस्ट लिसन्स टू युअर प्रेयर अँड ऑब्झर्व हाऊ डू यू वर्क. ओके, नेक्स्ट. So, please listen and just hear me. And if you want to talk, wait a minute for your turn and I will listen to you. Let me explain the last lines. Finally, the child requests the parent to listen to him carefully, and if the other person wants to talk, he or she should wait till his or her turn for speaking comes. The speaker of the poem is then ready to listen to the others patiently. ओके, थोडक्यात शेवटी कवी काय म्हणतोय ते बघा. तो पुन्हा एकदा आई वडिलांना म्हणतोय कृपया त्याला काय बोलायचं आहे ते ऐकून घ्या, आणि तुम्हाला जर काही बोलायचे असेल तर तुमची पाळी संधी येईपर्यंत थोडे थांबा, त्यावेळी तुमचे बोलणे मी नक्कीच ऐकून घेईन. ओके, सो वी कॅन कन्क्लूड दॅट वी शुड बी अ गुड लिसनर वेदर अ स्पीकर इज चाइल्ड or adult. We should try to understand his feelings. Okay, really the poem is very beautiful. We can personally relate to the poem. We have undergone the speaker's plight many times, so we can identify with the speaker's feelings very easily. We can see the repetition and alliteration are the figures of speech used by the poet in this poem. Let me explain the questions in the margin. Is the speaker aware of his shortcomings? Shortcomings means univa, truti. Yes, of course, the speaker is aware of his shortcoming. The next question is, does he or she want to improve? Yes, the speaker wants to improve herself or himself. Is he or she confident that he or she can improve? तो स्वतःमध्ये सुधारणा घडवून आणू शकतो असा त्याला आत्मविश्वास आहे का? Yes, he or she feels confident that he or she can improve himself or herself. Next, how does he or she want to work it out? He or she wants to work it out by thinking and using the power that God has given. He or she wants to find out what is behind irrational feeling. Okay. Next, is the poet willing to listen to others? Yes, the poet is willing to listen to others, but he says if you want to listen to him, you should wait till your turn comes. Then only he will be able to listen to others. The last question is think and write about how you can be a good listener in your notebook. Okay, I think you do understand the poem. Now start to solve the questions and answers of this poem from the English workshop. Okay, thank you.